People say to me from time to time, my faith isn't very strong, or I lack faith, or I'm really not sure, or something of that nature. But what's very interesting, and it's very reassuring, that the Bible contains several very human stories, where in fact people are open and honest enough to express their lack of faith. And it's significant that those stories are actually being told in the Bible, because it shows that having faith isn't easy, and it can be a struggle, and that God understands that. Those who are frank and express the dilemma they're in are not condemned by Jesus, for example, but are rather sympathetically encouraged by him. Those people he did condemn, however, are those who thought they'd got their religious act together and had plenty of faith. And the stories are really rather interesting. There's a part in Luke's Gospel, chapter 17, verse 5, where it says this: "The apostles said to the Lord, 'Increase our faith.'" They were honest and recognized that they were lacking in faith and asked for more of it. And then in Mark's Gospel, in an incident where Jesus heals a man's son, in Mark chapter 9, verse 24, the conversation ended like this. Jesus said, "Everything is possible for him who believes." Immediately the boy's father exclaimed, "I do believe. Help me overcome my unbelief." And then, of course, the great story of Thomas from John's Gospel, chapter 20, verses 24 to 29. Now Thomas, one of the 12, was not with the disciples when Jesus came. When the other disciples told him that they had seen the Lord, he declared, "Unless I see the nail marks in his hands, and put my finger where the nails were, and put my hand into his side, I will not believe." A week later, his disciples were in the house again, and Thomas was with them, though the doors were locked. Jesus came and stood among them, and said, "Peace be with you." Then he said to Thomas, "Put your finger here, see my hands. Reach out your hand and put it into my side. Stop doubting and believe." Thomas said to him, "My Lord and my God." Then Jesus told him, "Because you've seen me, you've believed. Blessed are those who have not seen and yet believed." Therefore, if you're the first to admit that you lack faith, then you're in a good position of being open and honest. Besides, even the apostles recognized that they needed more faith. It is, however, the spirit behind that honest confession that's important. A true recognition of what you lack should be a way to learn and discover more of what it means to have faith. While none of us should be complacent enough to think that we have adequate faith, we should be secure enough to be sure of the faith that has redeemed us and has made us children of God. And it's God's faith in us that's the really key thing here. To recognize our lack of faith is an important opportunity because it expresses our willingness to grow, to learn, and to discover more. Failing to recognize it will mean we become distracted in our journey. We will find ourselves in a cul-de-sac going nowhere. Admitting our lack of faith is to admit a powerful and fundamental truth for our lives. It's an opportunity for hope and growth. So do not see the honest admission in negative terms, but as actually supremely positive and honest. We do not bemoan our lack of faith, or should use it as an excuse not to do anything, or to deny that God has worked and can continue to work through you. Only the devil, so to speak, will tell you in a condemning way that you do not have enough faith. He will say you're no good, you haven't got enough of what it takes. Don't believe him. Listening to him will do no good. Rather let your admission of lack of faith be a springboard to move on, an opportunity to continue to grow and develop and deepen your understanding. Let it be a chance to celebrate all that you've discovered so far and a hope of better things to come on the journey, a path of discovery, a pilgrimage, a journey. So admitting one's lack of faith actually is a good thing, an honest thing, and a chance for growth. So a prayer. Lord, I recognise that I have a lot to learn, and that there are many areas of my life where my faith is weak. Give me a heart that is inspired to learn, so that I may grow in faith and knowledge and love. Amen.